Hello everyone, I'm Kendall Washington here and I'm going to be joined by my colleague Malcolm Ali, and we're here with StarshipENews. And if you haven't heard already, I guess you was living under a rock or something, but the trailer for Avengers Age of Ultron has finally been released on the web. It was leaked by some unknown source, but now Marvel has officially released the HD version of the trailer. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the trailer, and after the trailer we're going to tell you what we liked about it and tell you some things that we noticed inside the trailer. So here you go.
I'm gonna show you something beautiful. Everyone screaming for mercy. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets, tangled in strings.
It's the end. The end of the path I started us on.
Nothing lasts forever.
There are no strings on me.
Well, that was the trailer, so I guess we'll dive into a little bit more about the trailer itself. As you can tell, there was not much story being told in the trailer at all. Really, it was just a bunch of people screaming, running around. The Avengers, like the whole time, just looking around like they were dumb as shit. Hawkeye looks stupid, useless. I hope he really dies in this movie, to be honest with you. So as you can see here, get our first look at Ultron Phase 1, it looks like. So that's like a good sign, because now we'll see the 3 phases of Ultron. Because later on in the story, we see another phase of Ultron. And then there's another one like in the magazine cover that's completely different from anything we've seen in the trailer. So I think there's going to be like 3 phases of Ultron. Throughout the whole trailer as well too, you see Hulk looking sick throughout the whole thing. Looked like he just got done doing some cocaine. Shivering. And the most important part of this trailer, I think, that everybody's freaking out about is the Hulkbuster suit that shows up later on in the trailer. Everybody's been begging for the thing since Iron Man 3. Everybody thought they had it in Iron Man 3 with the Hugo, I think his name was, which was like a blue, smaller version of Hulkbuster, but it was a huge disappointment. But now we get the real thing, and throughout the rest of the trailer, you see Hulk and Iron Man. That's really the only thing I was worried about, was Hulk and Iron Man fighting after you see the Hulkbuster. And eventually, later on, you see more Hawkeye looking useless, and then eventually you see the Captain America shield broken completely in half, which is supposed to be unbreakable, so I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do that thing.
Hey, Malcolm here. Here we go. We see that molten hand come out from the armor. So, was that a utility drone? And he was just going for the scrap heap, and he came out. Ultron said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! I'm still good. I'm still good." When that armor comes out, he's damaged, and he picks up what looks like it could be the Iron Patriot armor. Okay, we see a little bit of blue, a little bit of white on the chest with the red in the corner. All right, and then the face is silver. And he pops that face off like it's nothing. He was upset about something. You know, I'm not trash. But this is trash. God. Then we see what looks like it could be a psych ward. Okay, it's not a hospital, because hospitals don't look that dreary. All right, and also the walls had cinder blocks, and in every movie, every psych ward has just cinder blocks. The floor is one color and the walls are another color. The little wheels squeaking by, kind of ominously. And then we have, right after that, as you can see, we have the surgical tools. Looks like maybe an eyeball gouger and some syringes that are huge. As you can see, we have the twins here standing with Ultron. Ultron turns his back and he's like, yeah, I'm with my crew. And he's got Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Now, in the Marvel Universe, Quicksilver is in the Marvel Universe, and then there's Quicksilver in the 20th Century Fox X-Men Universe. Two different. They're different. I believe in the X-Men, he was only called Quicksilver. No mention of his real name. And in the Marvel Universe, I believe he'll only be called Pietro, or maybe Peter, because this is an American film. Okay, then now we see the multiple Ultrons rising from the depths of the ocean. They look upset, or maybe they're not upset, they're just doing what their master told them to do, Ultron. And as you can see, they're climbing up that building, they're climbing up the cliff, they're flying in the air, they're going everywhere. This might be the climax of the film, maybe, you know. You remember in our first Iron Man film, in the trailer, he said, "I am Iron Man." Well, this might be Ultron saying, "I am Ultron." All right, now here we see Thor dropped his hammer. Now, he even has a little device on there to hold on to that hammer, kind of like how Hot Girl can hold on to her mace, you know. And but he drops it. And what reason could Thor have to drop his hammer? He knows nothing but smashing. He wants to use the hammer to open a can of soda, so why is he dropping his hammer? Looks like he's about to fight. But maybe he's scared. Maybe he gave up. Did Thor give up? He's like, I can't fight this dude. Just drop the hammer. No reason to continue. Or maybe he's no longer worthy of the hammer all of a sudden. You know, maybe he stopped being a gentleman. And Odin said, enough of that. Nope, you're not worthy. Oh, right here we see the Tesseract weapons. Looks like that weapon right there is firing some blue energy next to the guy on the 50 cal. You know, he's going all out. He's like, hey, you know, I'm not good enough to fire the Tesseract weapon, but I can fire this 50 cal just fine. And the Tesseract weapon shoots off a couple of rounds, and then there's Hawkeye running through the forest. I don't know what he's gonna do. Like my man said, I mean, he's useless. And his bow looks really ordinary. I don't even think that's a compound bow. It looks like just a regular Genghis Khan Mongolian bow. And his trick arrows. I mean, what's he gonna do in this movie? In the first Avengers, he only existed to be the bad guy at the time. I mean, what's he gonna do? All right. Now we see Thor versus Iron Man. Now we saw the Hulkbuster, but now this is Thor fighting him too. So did Tony mess the group over? You know, I started us on this path.
It's the end. The end of the path I started us on.
But you know, now everyone wants to stay on the path and I don't. Or maybe there's a big misunderstanding going on. But we see maybe he's letting everyone know, oh yeah, my bad guys, I created Ultron, forgot to tell you, you know, an hour and 28 minutes into the movie, and everyone's like, you did what? Bam, we gotta fight. Alright, and of course Hulk versus Iron Man. I mean, anyone who's ever seen any of the cartoon shows, anyone who's ever read any of the comic books wants to see the Hulk go against Iron Man. Now, as we know, it's a suit inside of another suit, okay? Tony gets in the suit, and then the suit gets in the big suit. Now, I don't know how any of that works, but, you know, I think the CGI guys got it. They got it down, because it looked really clean. All right, then a lot of talk of Ultron wanting some freedom, okay? Usually, people who want freedom bad enough to kill for it, they've been locked up somewhere or enslaved in some kind of way. And he sounds like he wants freedom bad. You know, he wants to cut those puppet strings. And
You're all puppets. Tangled in strings.
take it to the next level with that freedom.
There are no strings on me.
Maybe even get back at somebody for being a slave. You know, there's a lot of talk in the comic book world and in some of the cartoons that Jarvis may become Ultron, or he was Ultron, or there's something there with Jarvis, the artificial intelligence that Tony uses in everyday life. He's his helper, his right-hand man. And Paul Bettany, he voices Jarvis in the movies, and he's actually supposed to be Vision, the android in the film. And that makes sense because Paul Bettany's 6'3". I didn't know that. He looks short, but I was watching a movie the other day and he's tall. He's 6'3". And last we see, it looks like Ultron's design. If you look at his mouth on the sides there, and it's kind of reminiscent of that elf in the Thor: The Dark World. The elf that he crushed that magic all over him, and he was all big and bowed up. He was all big and swole. And he took out a lot of people. In fact, the only thing that could stop him was, I believe, an ether bomb of some kind, and that took him out clean. But the design there, it looks real familiar from the, you know, you can tell the same person that did that did the Ultron armor. But like my man said, this armor could be different. It could be the final version. It could be different from the final version because his antenna on the side, they're pointed down. But we're used to seeing them, you know, pointed straight up. And as you can see, his drones have them pointed straight up on the side. So look out for that design of Ultron. Well, folks, that was the trailer review for the upcoming Avengers: Age of Ultron. It'll be coming out May 2015. If you want to see it first, you better get your ticket early. For more videos, like us on Facebook and here on YouTube. And you can follow us on Twitter at StarshipENews. You can see the link in the bio down at the bottom. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. See you next time.